I mean, that would work relatively the same. We would just have more people like, what the fuck are these two doing?
Like,
why are they live?
Why are they sitting in his room in front of the fish tank?
Why are they looking so weird?
And I would tell them it's because we're on episode 3 of the
Episode
podcast.
fucking 3. Let's go.
We have something special for episode 3.
Something a little new.
Yeah, we're gonna do a read and react.
Bamboo had this idea. I came up with it earlier. Well, yeah, it was last night actually. Because we usually do it every 2 weeks. Well, we've been recording, and last night he's like, "Hey, do you want to record in the morning?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, I think we should do a read and a react." I was like, "Let's go."
Yeah, so
Sign me up.
Like, there's all these reaction channels, and like, there's some like anime reaction channels, and we're not gonna be like an anime reaction.
No, but I mean, we do enjoy watching those because that's what we do when we hang out, sit around.
But it is gonna be a part of our content.
Yep, and as you guys might know, we like anime. We like a lot of anime. Can't really see all the stuff over there. See most of it.
Got some Itachi behind me with some.
I
don't know how people say it. Some people say Minato. Some people say Minato. I say Minato.
For who?
Naruto's dad.
Minato. That's what I say.
I say Minato. Some people.
That's how I read it, at least.
Yes.
Because I never watched the show. I watched it when I was younger. I don't think I ever got to Shippuden. And that's like, as I heard that's when it got good. And I read it this year. So when we moved in together and I was working, I would read it at work, and that's how I got caught up on it. It's so good.
So today we're going to be covering what?
We got 3. These are the 3 that Frank and I kind of both read the most consistently. I know for sure for me, as most of you can guess, one of them is going to be One Piece.
And for me, My Hero.
Yeah.
So we have One Piece and My Hero for sure, and then we have Black Clover.
Black Clover is the other one that we've been reading quite a bit and been caught up on.
We have a couple others. We had Demon Slayer, and then we had
yeah, we love Demon Slayer. We're sad that it's over.
It's so sad.
Because it felt so fast. Huh?
You can't tell anime only.
Anime only. That's fine. It's fine if they know it's over. They just know the end's coming.
This is such a sad joke.
I don't know how is that really spoils?
I don't know, because then maybe they don't know that it's going to be coming to an end soon. But they may not know how far behind they are in general.
True. There's a lot to happen in it, so it's not like...
Well, I mean, they took a lot out with the movie as well.
How?
That was a...
That's one arc.
There was only like, 5 arcs total on Demon Slayer?
No, there's way more than that.
Maybe I just sped read because it was so good.
Yeah, there's way more than that. That's one arc put into a movie, and it's going to be phenomenal. I think it comes out this month? Or is it later this year? It was April.
Because then the My Hero one comes out, I think they said August or summer 2021.
Summer 2021?
Which I still haven't watched the second one, which I need to, because there's apparently a really big fight scene with Deku and Patrick I need to see.
There's another fight between the two of them?
Not between them, with them.
Oh, like tag team?
Yeah,
nice.
It's apparently like a great tag team.
That's fire.
Same post for it, yeah. But the third one today we're going to cover is Black Clover. We have another one. Boruto. I forgot. We also read Boruto.
Oh, Boruto, but they're more on a monthly basis.
Yeah.
And it actually came out last Saturday. It was the 20th, right? Yeah, it was last Saturday.
I got a whole other...
Did you read the newest chapter of Boruto?
I think so. We'll find out here in a little bit. I'll check before
we'll check and see what's going on.
But Black Clover I'm excited for.
Black Clover with Natch and kind of seeing his background with Captain Yami. And this dynamic, I think, is going to be... Because it's young. It's young. Young Yami. Yami?
Yami. But they haven't, They haven't shown why he hates him yet, have they?
No. That's why I think... Because he had no one, and then he showed up to help, right? Mm-hmm. Or, he showed up after everyone in his family was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, spoils if you read anything.
Oh, yeah,
Obviously
there's
now.
gonna be a big spoiler alert.
I don't know why you were worried about spoils there when we're gonna read the new chapter and talk about it though.
Yeah, I just realized that as I said it, I was like, oh wait. So what do you think's gonna happen? Like, what happened in the last chapter for One Piece?
You want to start with One Piece?
This one could take us an hour.
Okay, so One Piece. Frank and I are both bad. We read it when it comes out on Fridays, which isn't the official translation, but it's
so we always read it twice.
But it's the first translation, and a lot happens in this first chapter. So the most recent chapter last week, what happened was at the. Should we start at the end of it?
What happened at the end of the last chapter?
The end of last chapter is when Odin showed up to the Seabirds.
We read the One Piece one. We just have to read the
translation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying we're bad. We read it early.
So should we? We'll talk about this afterwards.
I mean, we can talk One Piece to start here, and then go in, do the reacts to the other two.
No, I want to read the official too.
You want to read?
I want to see if there's any differences.
There's some big ones sometimes in translations between the two. I don't know why, but just how it's relayed.
So we came in to talk about predictions for this chapter. So,
well, the end of last chapter that happened.
I'm trying to remember what happened at the end of last.
Was last chapter because we were on a break.
Were we on? Yes.
We were on a break because Chopper just found an antidote for. Yeah, that's what happened last week. Chopper found an antidote for Queen's poison. And then he's like, I'm not a raccoon dog, and bitch slapped his ass across.
And then the chapter ended with
Odin showing up saying, I missed you guys, with all of them getting injured and beat up after fighting Kaido and Big Mom. And then do you think there still is someone who was there healing them?
There has to be. That
disappeared at some point because Odin had just showed up.
I still think it's his daughter.
His daughter that helps.
I don't. She has some type of power we don't know about yet.
You think she has a power too?
Yeah. I think she has something similar to her mom somehow, which I think would be dope.
Okay, which fight are you most excited for here? Because we have a couple matchups that are starting to line up, and one of them being, I think, might have been 2 or 3 chapters ago, is Robin against Maria. Black Maria. How do you think
Maria.
that? And then Brooke's also there. So do you think it's a 2-on-1, or do you think someone else shows up if Brooke fights them?
Praying for power up for Robin.
Oh, people are predicting hockey power up.
If she gets armament hockey, she will be
unstoppable.
Dude, giant foot covered in hockey, just
night.
Yeah.
Shooby-doo-doo.
We can't trap Kaido, giant foot on top of Kaido.
So all of a sudden holding them down.
Yeah. Luffy just goes to town on his forehead, while Zoro just starts slashing at his butthole.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really.
And then one I think people are not too excited about, or haven't really talked about much, is Jinbei's fight.
With
One is his name. It's the guy that turned into Sabretooth. No, that's with Ulti?
Yeah, Ulti.
With Ulti. Oh god. What's his name? He's the big tall skinny dude who was with Queen and Jack when they called out Drake. Has the black jacket and wears kind of like the mask with the white eyes circles. Has horns sticking out of it.
Oh, the Triceratops guy?
No.
He's...
But anyways, him and Jinbei are supposed to fight. I'll think of his name. We can look up his name.
Yeah, we can go back here.
Let's look it up. But him and Jinbei are supposed to fight right now, okay? And apparently they've met each other before. And Jinbei can't recognize him with the mask on, and him being in saber-tooth form because he's a Zoan type devil fruit user, which is fire. And I'm just excited to see who he is and what that matchup is going to be. Like, and if we get sort of a flashback of him leaving Whole Cake, I think that would be cool.
Yeah, get a little like what happened when Yeah. That'd be cool. I think do you think Jinbei gets a power up, or do you think he's the strongest he's gonna be?
I think he got a power up before he showed up. I don't think he gets one though.
Do you think that was his,
I guess it's technically he gets one, but it's he got it as he was coming or after that.
That'd be pretty cool.
Do you think the fleet shows up? The Straw Hat Fleet. Do you think it shows up?
I think they show up at Outback.
You think that's where it is? I can see that too because Shanks. I do think that as well because there's a theory of one of the cover pages of this. It was the travels of the fleet, and they were following his crew. And one of the flags he was burning kind of looked like it had the 3 strikes on the eyes, like Shanks's.
Yeah.
And people think he was in Elbath when he burned the flag down. And he's going to be like, I'm part of the Straw Hat Fleet. And he's going to get laughed at. And Shanks is going to be like, somehow they're going to end up in Elbath. And he's going to be like, oh my God, Luffy, like crying that he's there. Bartholomew?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's what's going to happen. Beast Pirate.
Do you think Luffy and Shanks have to have a clash at some point?
Do you think they clash?
Like
I don't.
Some type of conqueror's clash? Maybe not like a battle, but like...
Oh, just like a test greeting, sort of like...
Like Shanks testing to see if he's at the level he wanted him to be at.
Possibly.
Dude, I think that
maybe it's like when they first clash, it's they hit and it's like, this is this is enemy territory or something like that.
I'm thinking like a Whitebeard Roger type.
Why did you search?
I think that would be amazing. Just the two of them see each other and Shanks doesn't like initially greet him, he just stares at him.
What type of backstories for Shanks? This is just spiraling off, but what sort of backstories do you think we would get for Shanks?
At Elbath?
Or just Shanks in general?
Like his history after Roger or like before Roger? Where do you think
after Roger, like what he was doing, but I'm more curious about that first clash with Kaido. What happened there? Like, did he go? Like, did he go to Wano? Because that's where Kaido was. Did he go there and stop him, or did he stop him on the way? And
I think he stopped him on the way because he got there pretty quick. He would have had to stop Kaido on the way.
Could be. And
because Wano's pretty far from where Marineburg would have been.
I guess.
Kaido has all those fish that can...
The koi fish?
Yeah.
Bitch can fly himself. Who's who? That guy. Who's who? That's his name.
Oh. I remember that.
That was a few chapters ago when they were trying to get to the roof. Is what happened there.
I remember.
And Jinbei was like, "Stop! I'll stop, Luffy. You go on ahead to the roof."
Mm-hmm. Oh my God! I'm so excited for.
So much is gonna happen.
Yes, I'm so excited to talk more about our predictions for where this is going to go when we talk about what happened in this chapter after our reading.
So then let's go to My Hero. Tell me what you got. Recap us a little bit there.
Last chapter. All right. So last chapter. Deku was still in his, like, we've been calling it his hyperbolic time chamber, like training chamber, because like he's stuck in his brain or whatever.
He's currently inside with the previous owners of One For All.
Yeah, the predecessors for One For All.
Yeah, just hanging out in there, testing him in a sense.
And they're like asking him currently, I think in this chapter, can you kill Tomura?
That's how it ended last chapter, and it started in this one, going into Deku.
With All Might's predecessor, like going, can you kill my grandson?
Yep.
And he's like, well, he still can't talk yet. He's still only able to, like, mouth some things.
Yeah, he was, like, muttering words the first time they were able to understand.
And then, let's see, what happens there? They all drill him. They give him a little bit of history of One for All.
Yep.
So we learn about Danger Sense. Like, apparently, if they have...
Which is a new quirk from his most recent fight.
Spoiler. What is that? That's Danger Sense. Well, it's exactly what it is. He can sense songs. Probably like...
If you think about it... Cause
Spidey Sense?
Yeah, Spidey Sense is Call of Duty where you have...
Someone's looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. Alright, that makes a little bit more sense. Like, I couldn't find a way to explain it.
Yeah, that's kind of the best way is, like...
Danger.
You can kind of have that feeling of what's happening in that direction. Hockey, in a sense, if you think about it.
Yeah, okay.
If you want to go to One Piece realm.
Yeah. Let me see. Who else started talking? We learned that the guy who had Danger Sense, which I think he was the fourth.
Yep.
He died of old age at 40 because people who have quirks, their bodies can't handle multiple.
They decay faster.
Yeah, they're like quirk factors or something. I don't remember.
And then with all One for All getting bigger and bigger with more quirks being added, it was reducing
their lifespan.
Yeah.
And then All Might, who had no quirk, was able to handle them all. So the vessel has to have...
For... Was he 25, 35? Do you remember how long he had it?
Oh, he was... I think he's like 50. And he got it in his like...
So it was like 40.
He'd had it for like 40 years.
30, 40 years then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they were like, this is why you will be the last.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody else is like quirkless anymore. Like,
right.
When Deku's like one of the last generations. Speaking of, do you think they lost that bone in their toe when they gained One for All? Do you think it just magically disappeared?
That toe?
Yeah, remember how they had the toe bones? I thought about this in
Maybe.
the shower the other day.
Maybe.
I was looking at my toes and like, damn.
I mean, I could see it. Because the quirk, like, manifests it, in a sense, I guess.
Yeah, and that's like part of his body changing.
Mm-hmm. I could see it.
I would like to meet the author to ask him. Did he lose his toe bone?
Is it there?
Which I think is dope. Which is why he's like, I'm the greatest hero of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of what he's about to do with his new look.
And then, inside this hyperbolic time chamber, 2 of them come out.
The entire time.
2 stand up. Oh, what's her... All Might's predecessor, I can't remember her name. Ever. And then the... Shimaraka? Something like that. That sounds correct.
It's...
Mm-hmm. But...
Yes, I don't remember.
But her and the first...
They talked the most.
They talked the most, and then they walked away, and it's like, it's in your hands now. We'll see you later, pretty much.
I didn't realize that, but at the beginning of the chapter, when they first show the whole thing, there's 2 of them just looking the opposite direction, just looking pissed off.
Mm-hmm. So, they're mad. And then one of the really cool parts is All Might's this kind of like flame and essence is there.
Yes, because since he's not dead yet, his can't be there, but since he already passed it on.
Yeah,
like
he passed it on.
I think it was cool with All Might going, I can sense that they're talking.
Yeah, he can like feel it.
Because it's evolved so much into Deku at this point, it's starting to reach out to all of them, and it's great.
Character development.
Love it.
Finally, Deku.
Yes. You want to talk about character development.
And Daddy, tell me.
Did you see the look in his eyes at the end of last chapter? Alright, I don't know what he learned in that training. I don't know how long he was in there mentally. But he left UA.
And that's what I think, or that's what I've been comparing it to with Frank, is that Dragon Ball Z, like, sort of hyperbolic time chamber, because he's in there with 2 of the predecessors, and they're literally in there probably beating the crap out of him. This is how you use my quirk.
Oh, I bet you all of them were. I don't think every single one of them is true. Like,
and it's just like time's not passing normally in his head when he's in there, hence the hyperbolic time chamber sort of essence to it. And I feel like it's a 2-year time skip sort of
like
power up.
Yeah. It's like, I think
because it's a step. It's like 2 or 3 steps above where they were.
Can we talk? I want to talk about One Piece and everything. 2-year time skip.
Which part?
No, I've noticed a lot of new gens are starting to take off. Like Naruto, like they're taking over after like Naruto and all that. At this point, they're all doing the same, like just time skip. All of them just get beat.
Who did the time skip first?
I'm pretty sure it was Dragon Ball with Goku. Or Naruto with Shippuden. It might have been the hyper.
I mean, I'm not talking like a. They did a time skip in Naruto. Yeah. Not necessarily the series and the manga, right? Because he went away and trained with Jiraiya. Poor guy.
Yeah, I had a friend named Jiraiya that was in there that also died, so it's very sad.
Bitch. And side note, there was a tweet the other day that was, it's so Rip Jiraiya. Oh, he would have loved OnlyFans.
I can't jinx you for too long, Parker.
So I had an idea with that, by the way, earlier, because I tried to jinx. I thought about jinxing you 3 times earlier.
Yeah, I've noticed we're doing it.
We can. Oh my god, dude! You did it. I had it twice in my head yesterday too. Side note, but I was thinking we could do a counter, like on the episodes for when we jinx each other.
I like it.
And if you do jinx somebody, you can do what you want. Be it, you could. Oh, what if you get a jinx and you have jinx? We come up with jinx points, where we have random stuff outside of our topics that you want to talk about, but I can't say anything about, and you just go on about it.
So like when I want to just go on about my theories about my hero.
Yeah, if we get like jinxed and you have like things written down or like other things you want to talk about.
Does this mean we have to put a time limit on jinx in future games?
In games?
Or not games.
In podcasts? There might have to be.
I think that might have to be a rule.
Timer. How long though? I think it has to be a speed.
I think it should be like a minute.
I was thinking like 15 to 30 seconds. So what if we did 40?
Do 40 seconds, 45 seconds, and just fast as we can talk.
Yeah. And like in post, when we advance in our podcasting skills here, we can. I was thinking we could have like the little timers up, and then we can have like the topics pop up as a little like ad libs, like jinx time.
Oh yeah, I like
jinx block, and then you have to like say my name at the end. Unjinx, obviously.
Yeah, we can't. Even if the time limit goes up, neither one of us.
We could have the time limit start going negative and turn red in the video if you start doing it. You're like, "L dancing on me" or something.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, but we're not at there yet. But one jinx so far.
One. Black Clover. I still want to talk about Deku's outfit.
Well, we kind of talked about Black Clover to start.
Yeah. Did you?
Which part of it? Which part?
His scarf.
The scarf is fire. What do you think about his arms? We've talked about it a couple times.
All right. First of all, his arms no longer have anything on them.
No braces. The only thing is the gauntlets
for Black Whip.
Yeah.
He has like bandaged arms, so we were thinking about.
Okay, so he went back. Oh shit. He went back to UA. Do you think he stopped at item support?
No.
You don't think he stopped at hers?
No.
To see what's her face?
I don't even think he stopped
to get gear from her?
I think he may have seen All Might and then left.
Oh, he for sure saw All Might.
I think he probably had to have been like.
I think All Might was the first. He said, "This is
what's going on,"
and All Might's gonna say some shit like, "I sensed it." I'm All Might, you know. But in a sense that he's gonna come and like this, he has to go do this.
Yeah.
Oh, his mom's gonna be pissed.
Oh, his mom's trying to bawl her eyes out.
Yeah.
But I'm
theory.
Yeah.
People thinking about the dad showing up.
So this is where my predictions for this next chapter. I don't think so. The end of last chapter, he said a giant villain, and then just looked off into the distance.
After doing what?
After leaving UA.
And leaving notes for everybody in.
Oh, yes, he and like your
in 1A saying that he got his quirk from All Might.
Yes. He was like, "This is
I
no
have
longer,
to leave."
Well, at this point, it's no longer a secret because no one else can get the power. If anyone tries to take it,
And
they were like, anybody with it will just die.
Endeavor was questioned about what All for One was because it was mentioned, and he said he didn't know. But everyone's starting to figure out what it is. And then Deku walks into the office. He goes, "Hey, can you turn the PA system on? Hi, everybody. I got it from All Might." Just that's what I think. I think he's gonna have speed.
He thinks he has this super speed. I think
he's gonna be so fast.
Some type of like supporter for bracing. So like his arms now are just. His body looks lean now, long, lanky, but like his arms are just. He looks like
wrapped. Yeah.
He thinks he has like some super speed that's gonna make him faster. I think he'll be faster than All Might now.
Maybe with Float.
Well, like,
I still think Float is going to be such a huge like part of his fighting style, especially with his legs.
Especially with
because it gives such a Sanji essence from One Piece because he'll be able to use the Float to like kind of airwalk and bounce.
I'm imagining him like using Float to get above people, use Black Whip to slam them back down.
Yeah, and I still think that with Black Whip, he's going to be able to catch people and like, I guess he could use both because he could use the Float to push himself faster to come in and kick harder too. So it's going to be wild.
I don't think that he'll fight in this next chapter. I
don't think there's going to be any fights for a couple.
I think the next 3 to 4 chapters are going to be either him in the training chamber or everybody else freaking the hell out.
Little flashback or like what's happening with everyone else.
Do you think we get more backstories? I wonder if this is how the writer extends the series a bit. What if he starts to get back like flashbacks on each of the predecessors, like with like him training with them? What if we did like a little flashback of how he used Black Whip and like him training with him? Like that's like their thing with it.
I mean, I think there's definitely going to be pieces of that, but I don't think they go into a huge detail. I think the most detail they do is going to be their clash with All for One. I think that's their sort of.
It was going to be more of like a little like quick 3 chapters for like the longer ones and like 1 chapter for like the guy who died early. Like they'll all have like different chapter lengths, but like the ones like Black Whip or Nana Shimura. That was her name.
Nana?
I think so. I think it was Nana Shimura. She like hers will probably be the longest. I think hers will be like
there's gonna be
like 7 chapters spread with her like backstory with All Might and like all this stuff.
There's gonna be a lot.
I really want this series to be extended. It said the final act begins. Which the authors like.
Frank literally goes, "This isn't the end."
It can't be the end.
It is. It has to. You have to accept it.
I know. He's compared himself to like One Piece. How many times like he wants to be like
everybody wants to be like One Piece.
But then he's like he's gonna end the series.
He was in. Have I told you this? That one of his like art drawings was in one of the cover pages of One Piece.
No.
Yeah, so I can't remember which one it is, but he did kind of like this art smoke All Might style photo, and it was in, and he was like saying good luck to you in your future because he was thinking about writing he won the contest for that art, and he was thinking about writing his own, and then look what he writes. How crazy is that?
Do you think he can flip the series and do like a Boruto situation? Like his dad will now be a Naruto.
I mean,
or like their
he
dad.
Definitely could flip it that way.
And it could no longer be like My Hero Academia. It could be like My Hero something.
My son, my hero, my son. Do you think him and Uraraka?
They have to.
Right.
There's no other. I think it ends up being Bakugo Kirishima.
I love it. It's cute.
Either one of them dies or they end up together. A student has to die here.
They're just gonna have a bro penthouse.
Yeah. A student has to die coming up. I think someone that has to die.
Do you still think there's someone on the inside?
If there's anybody, I think it's Denki.
Really?
Oh yeah, he plays dumb too well. Yeah. All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to read.
You ready to read these bitches?
Yeah. Do you want to stop recording? Or? Dude, it's
fuck. Why does he look so cold?
Dude, look at his eyes.
His mask is down.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder my gift from the 4th. Holy fuck.
And I don't think he's ever said anything like wouldn't shut up before.
No.
I need the next chapter now.
Holy shit, dude.
So Black Clover.
You wanna start there?
We gotta start there and we're going back.
Black Clover I liked, you know, it was sad. About to get death. He was accepting it. Just needed to hold off. Tried to get a power up. Looked badass as fuck.
For a second.
And then just got absolutely bopped. And they're like, let's actually kill him. This is boring.
Yeah.
Ice and fire? Is that what they ended up with?
Yes. Alright, Todoroki.
Yeah, no kidding. Half and half.
They broke his shit. Like.
Mm-hmm. It was really fast. Because
Because
he built that dimension too, right?
Yeah.
And then they just went gone. Crazy.
He was looking at the light.
Mm-hmm. He was about to go to it.
Yeah, and then the 5th leaf showed up.
How about that scene with Yami at the grave saying, one day I'm going to build a brigade and you're going to be my vice captain. People are going to laugh at us.
I still don't understand why he hates Yami.
I don't know. There's still going to be more. He's not dead yet.
Yami is like, Yami saved him though, didn't he? Like when.
More or less, it seems like.
I mean, that's why he hates him. Just he
Could
felt
be.
Like he should have died.
Something like that.
Probably. Then it's probably something with the surpass your limits thing.
Yeah. He hates that, doesn't he?
Yeah, there's something with him.
There's something with that.
And
then
Asta.
Asta showing up in the full devil armor again, which he can currently, last time, can only hold for 5 minutes. Which, who knows?
Yeah, but he just flew all the way from the Clover Kingdom in that.
Mm-hmm.
So how much time does he have left in that thing?
What do you mean, all the way over? He was there. He had just shown up and helped out front. And he has made his way in now, right?
That last chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. For some
That's
reason,
that's a month or so ago, I feel like.
I thought they were still in the Clover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he came in and they're like, my arm got severed. And the devil was actually confused.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think he's just too fast now.
I mean, I think the anti-magic is just so good.
And then his devil said something to not being able to see on.
Yeah.
So I wonder if those devils are also blind and they're just like sensing people's magic power.
Right.
So that makes
it's easier to adapt and.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, I thought this chapter was pretty good. It was a little short, felt like, but I mean, there
wasn't much happening.
They've had some short ones the last couple of weeks, just trying to get those
little badass moments of us to like making his way down.
Yeah.
Down, walking fast.
Pace is past, and I'm Narutoing now.
Yeah.
Sasuke! And then I don't know what's gonna come up next though. I think we got to get more backstory Natch. That's where it has to go, or it flips over to another part of the fight. Another fight.
I think this part. I think they probably is Yami. Where is Yami right now? Have we seen him in a while?
No, we haven't seen him or the other captain.
I think we did a flash to them at some point soon.
I think we get close. One of these devils have to go down.
Yeah.
Or one of the like host Spade.
Yes.
The Spade Kingdom.
Spade.
Yeah, take them down. One of them have to go down before we see them, I think.
Do you think Asta solos these two?
Maybe. I'm thinking that either that's going to happen or he's going to get his butt kicked and someone's going to show up and it's going to be like, oh my god, 2 of us.
I think.
Sort of thing.
What if it's Merliona?
That'd be dope.
That's a beast.
That'd be absolute beast.
What if Yuno shows up?
You think they have these 2 fight together so early though?
You think it's later in the fight? Do you think that's when?
I think it's later in this battle against Spade where more devils come out, where the 2 of them fight together. Yes, I think that's when they go.
I like that.
I think that's what happens.
You know, in the long run, stays in Spade and end up ruling it.
That would be fire.
That's how Asta ends up Wizard King, just because Yuna is now a king.
Mm-hmm. I could see it.
Do you think we did a history on Asta's dad? Or do you think it doesn't matter?
I mean, at some point, maybe to extend it, that could be another thing that they branch into.
Maybe he had something to do with devils.
Yeah, maybe. Stripped him the ability of having magic.
Did his mom have magic?
I don't remember, honestly.
I don't remember, yeah.
I didn't pay attention.
I hate Kaido's face.
You hate it.
I hate Kaido's face.
Should it be longer, or what needs to be fixed?
I don't know. It's not. It's like. It's the nose. It throws me
It's the
off.
point?
It's the point.
Mm.
Maybe if they just gave him a scaly face, it'd be a little bit better. But the pointed nose trying to mess with me.
That's fair.
Because dragons don't have pointed noses, so why would they give that a place?
But he's not a dragon.
He's a fish. How is it pointed?
I don't know.
Um,
Jack versus Dogstorm.
Dogstorm solos.
They're both injured.
I think Dogstorm shows.
Do we get a Jack hybrid form?
No, I don't think Jack's that far along.
A man with $1 billion bounty doesn't have a hybrid form? No. Chopper with a 100 bounty on him.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Jack pillages villages for fun.
Jack the Drought.
Yeah.
Yeah. She sucks the water out of the asses.
Well, he gets bitched around by the other 2, so I just figured maybe he's just that much lower than them.
You mean like King and Queen?
Yeah, we haven't seen a hybrid with those.
Nope.
Well, King definitely has one.
Oh, I think everyone does. We're too far along not to.
You think so? Like all of them do? I thought like Kaido having his like hybrid form. Maybe it should
we had hybrids in Impel Down.
True.
Like that was their hybrid form.
I still think Jack's hybrid isn't enough to like overwhelm Dogstorm. I think Dogstorm at this point is just gonna like.
I think they're both beat up enough that Dogstorm is pissed and is ready to die, that he's gonna be able to take him down.
Yeah, he'll probably die doing it.
I think a lot of people die. Actually die in this one.
I think a lot of the Adios and Hydra going. I think Kinemon's probably one of the last ones standing.
I can't see him going, but I do think
he has to raise Momo.
He's gonna be his.
He's
gonna be his guard like he was for Odin.
I think it's gonna be Reizo,
Mm-hmm.
Kinemon,
Kiku,
and.
Do you think Izzo stays then? Izzo stays there too?
No, I think Izzo dies.
What do you think? You think Izzo dies?
Which one's Izzo? Is this
the brother?
Missing the hand?
The brother?
Is he missing the arm? Which one lost their hand?
Did the gun guy get his hand cut off by Kaido? Is that what you're talking about?
Or is that Kiku?
Kiku got the whole arm.
Then I think Kiku dies, and I think Izzo stays.
I think that the brothers get reunited, and they stay and protect Momo. That's where I see it kind of going.
I think Kappa dies.
Nah, they gotta keep the Fishman alive.
Did they keep the Fishman?
Yeah.
You think she knows
Because that's a connection to help them come, and maybe another like starting place for Fishman to come.
If that's the case, that means Cat, Viper, and Dogstorm have to die because there are 2 of them, or one of them has to die. And then Ashura.
I could see maybe both of them dying, and having Carrot and everyone else kind of being the
Do you think they
predecessors of, because they're technically part of the old age.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Do you think that the like at the end when Wano's open, because you know it's they're open.
Oh.
Do you think all the people from Zoo come and live in Wano?
Oh, Zhao come too? Maybe.
That's
because they follow. I mean, honestly, it could be because we haven't even got that backstory of why he's walking where that end destination is, like what Odin told him. Like, yeah.
Odin told him?
Yeah, that's why he's walking. Odin, it was Momo's father that like punished
I didn't remember
the elephant. Yeah.
What if his final destination is?
At least I think what I heard it was Odin.
I thought it was like one of Kozuki. I didn't really.
It could be one of them too, but
that's why that's why Momo could go outside of what's that power that Roger, Luffy, and Momo all have?
The all hearing or whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was just part of his like all hearing with being a Kozuki.
Maybe. I think it was just like a connection with Odin and him, but I could be wrong. I don't really remember to the full extent there.
I think Zhao ends up either at Wano or.
I'll see where else it would really end up. Yeah. And I honestly love that there.
At Wano, yeah, so do I. Bring back life.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think fights each other? Because in the end we get Law saying, I think we need to split them up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Law sends everybody somewhere? Do you think that's how they split them up?
That's how they like get them separated?
Law's like, alright, you three together, you three.
Where do they go? Do you think they just... Because they can't really split them on the roof because they can still go over and help.
On the island itself.
Do you think... How close do you think they are?
Well, they're flying towards the flower capital, so I think...
Yeah. How close do you think they are to the flower capital?
I think they're pretty close.
So, like, do you think the fight kind of starts next chapter or we flop back around and we're just getting snippets? Because that's what I think.
I think we're going to start getting snippets. I think that's what's going to happen with, like, My Hero now, too. We're going to get...
Maybe.
The next chapter will get, like, a little peek at his powers, but then it's going to go to a backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to, like, a snippet, like, a 2-page, maybe.
You don't think we just see him beat the absolute piss out of Muscular and everyone just like cheers and gets drunk out of happiness of that?
No. I think it's going to be they're going to go to him like just talking shit to Muscular.
Mm-hmm.
And then flipping back to maybe a conversation.
Like, you mean the training?
Yeah. And then maybe doing a back and forth between him and Muscular, like talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then him just kicking his ass after they do a little like backstory in his training. And then after he beats his ass, then they do the full training arc.
I could see that too.
I feel like that's just the trend, because that's kind of like what they did with Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
He came back, did a small mission. They did like a back and forth between his training with Jiraiya.
Right.
And then they did the big battle, and then they did his full training arc.
Yeah. Short chapter. Quick.
But I still want to talk about One Piece is Kaido's face.
I don't mind it, honestly.
Like
I don't think it's a big... The blue is a good touch in the animated.
I looked at it this time. I was just like zooming in. The mouth was like, it looked like a fish mouth though.
Oh yeah, right?
The pointed, yeah.
It has that esque to it. It's a Gyarados.
Yes. Like the...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I remember.
Maybe it'll grow on me once we start seeing him like move and fight. Maybe from the side it'll look more elongated.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty flat.
I mean, fish do have flat faces. Dude, that makes sense. Like koi especially, like it's...
Yeah, it's like a big hey.
So My Hero started with the world's trying to draw to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's probably just Japan at this point.
Yeah, since the jail has got broken into.
Yeah.
Everyone's running wild.
And then...
Not trusting heroes anymore. Saying we're just... Fuck it, we're going to do it ourselves.
Yeah, it looks like there's no law anymore at this point.
Yeah.
It might just be the districts that have been destroyed. Or have been
Could
destroyed
be.
so far. And they're housing people at the campuses, like, completely now.
crazy.
When do you think we did a status on Toma? Do you think we have a few chapters? Do you think it's going to be all about Datu right now?
I think we have a while before we hear about them again.
I think right now it's going to be like the next...
Because there's going to be like little pickup scenes here with... Or like segments of Deku's training, like you were saying, and him being talking crap with Muscular. But I think there's going to be a part where people catch up with him, and there's kind of like that dialogue interactions before the next sort of
I think the end of
thing
this
happens.
fight.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna...
Do you think it's Ochako?
I don't know. It would be... Because Bakugo would be pissed that he's so much stronger and all.
I bet you.
Do you think he talks with All Might and him?
It has to be.
Before leaving the notes? Maybe.
What is he doing? Is he just camping out in buildings now? Is he...
Who?
Deku. Do you think that's how he's just living? Is camping out in buildings?
Oh, no. I think he was probably just like... Got out of the training and he woke up and did all the stuff and it was just like... Time to go. Let's see what's going on. Because he knew...
This is like immediately after waking up?
I think so.
Oh, I think it's been a while. I think it's been like a couple weeks. Like him just saving people.
Him just like doing this?
Yeah, I think he's been out for a while. That's why his like uniform's all torn up.
So you think he comes out of like his headspace that quickly?
I think he comes out, yeah, and then does his whatever, has his talk with All Might, and then like All Might's the one helping him. Like
kind of like how at the start of the show All Might was like reported, and it was just like hero saved,
Yeah.
saved, sort of.
I think that dude's just hiding out, coming out and saving.
Yeah.
Coming out
Okay. You can maybe see something like that.
With his setup as everybody is right now, do you think he was passed out for that long? I think he was only passed out for like a week.
I mean, I could see him. That I still think like the hyperbolic time chamber, like he's in there that whole time, and then he like wakes up, and All Might kind of senses it, but like.
How long do you think he was out? Do you think he was out for like 2-3 weeks?
Well, how long has he been out now, or like was he?
They didn't say. They just said in April. They didn't say when the fight. Well, I mean, I guess we could probably... I think they did say at the beginning of the fight in this... Or, like, in February and March or something, we did this.
Because I'm trying to think of, like, when that fight ended and how long he had been in it.
I'm trying to think of when that fight started. So that fight was only a span of a day. We could probably review after this one. I'm going to go back after we talk.
We'll look over it again.
Yeah.
Think about it some more.
I think.
What are you looking forward to in it, though?
I'm looking. So this fight has.
Are you looking forward to a certain flashback or the power ups?
I'm looking forward. So this fight has to be him showing how much farther he's going. Like Muscular.
Oh, like how big this power up was?
Because Muscular was probably one of his hardest fights.
Mm-hmm.
It has to have been. He almost died.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was what? 3 seasons ago, and then how many arcs ago?
Mm-hmm.
He was still a tiny little bean.
Yeah, didn't have any internship training. Had worked with Endeavored.
Had no other quirks.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm looking forward to him beating the shit out of Muscular.
He's just gonna...
I think
like I said, everyone's gonna be drinking happiness.
I think Muscular's gonna come at him like, I already know how strong you are from last time, and just starts trying to pummel him, and that dude's just like,
what the fuck you doing, dog?
He just side skirts him every time. And like the one time he does it close, I bet you that dude just drops him. Like, what if he Manchester smashes the crap out of him, like just flips and just.
Oh, what if he did like a little spin heel and like heel down on his head?
What if he uses Black Whip and just
dry humps him? Yeah.
Foot to the face, just by other eye. You don't need it. What if this is the first time we see him like get violent with a villain?
Maybe. He's tired of the shit.
I'm gonna poop.
Huh?
Right now.
Like right now?
Yeah, I was about to fart and I was like,
that's a little testy.
Yeah.
So you're saying that's the end? Probably. That's the end of the cast?
Yeah, I gotta poop now.
Gotta poop. This is the end. Thanks for tuning in, episode 3.
See you guys.
pooping on the other side. Hopefully your coffee works the same way.
This discussion will probably go on for another 3 hours.
Just not recorded.
Yeah. Bye, friends. Thanks for watching. Parker, you do the outro.
That's what I have been doing. What the? You think I've been saying random shit for your behalf? No. This motherfucker, guys. Alright, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for doing what you do. Supporting the channel. Like, subscribe. Other stuff coming more. Gotta figure it out. Peace. I gotta click the button though, so like, don't keep it in post.